great, excited. It means a whole lot for me. Over the course of my career, I've been in different situations.
This move is what I've been waiting for them to make. I thought he should have been an all-star this year.
Tobias Harris reigns in a triple.
A great leader, great teammate, great person to have.
The culture, the organization, the love of the city, and the thirst to gain a championship. This is where I wanted to be, and this is where I wanted to go home.
Welcome to Philly, Tobias Harris.
I hope to finish my career here, hopefully, and God willing.
We got a new deal on the board. Tobias Harris re-signing with the Philadelphia 76ers.
Big day today. How you feeling though?
I feel great. Great. Excited.
He is signing for $180 million over 5 years.
Oh, shoot. My guy.
You good?
Yes, sir. Congrats. What's up, brother? How you? Tobias. Nice to meet you, man. Congrats. Yeah, I really like how our roster has shaped out through this free agency, this offseason.
Good, good.
All right, good, man.
Good,
man.
How you? Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. How you?
Good. Crispy, clean. What the?
Trying to be like you. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. You?
When you get in? You was in Vegas?
Yesterday. Yeah,
You
I'm
got
good.
it? Okay. How was it? When you got in, I had just left. We're definitely a bigger team. I think that's going to really hold up well in the NBA with all the movement, and we possess a lot of different guys, different parts that are versatile, good shooters. We improved the bench a whole lot in bringing guys back. So I know for myself, I'm going to be able to be in a position to bring my game every night, be a scorer, be somebody that can help lead the team, and just be that overall glue guy to keep us all solid out there. KO, we back. We back. We in a new situation now.
Oh my God.
KO, your barber going a little bit low now.
I'm sure I have to. I gotta save the line, boy. I got the bad apple in the middle. It's getting low. I was stressing.
You need some more meditation, boss. You need some
More deep breath.
Yoga, man. He said he does a lot of yoga.
Boy, my man's on it.
Huh?
My man's on it. I think from top to bottom, our talent level is up there with the best of them, and we're excited for that. I've been trying to get my number back for a minute now. Yeah. So I decided to change my jersey number to number 12. It was a number that I wore in college. I wore when I was in Orlando with the Magic. 12 resembles my best friend that passed away around age 16, Morgan Childs, to a rare blood disease. Ever since, I've just been holding him with me throughout my whole career with my number, with his number. And when TJ signed with Indiana, one of the things was I asked if I could get the number 12, but now I get the opportunity to get it back, and I'm super excited to have it. Super blessed to be able to go on the floor and with my best friend with me every single night, and it just resembles a lot, and it's a huge reason why I'm at where I am today. Thank you. Thank you. What's good? Oh, man. Huh?
Did you get back in town?
This morning, actually.
From LA?
Yeah, from LA, yeah. Thank you.
I believe my
You was, hey, I'm all with it.
Come on, bro. Let's go, bro.
She took my boss to see. The blue thing. Oh, I got it, yeah.
We put in place the championship DNA, an elite team for years to come. Tobias Harris, elite player. You're going to see his growth. He's going to have the ball. He's going to be able to do things last season that he may not have showed. We're looking forward to his growth.
Jam! Tobias Harris stops it. Tobias Harris has got to shoot it. Hangs, fires, hit it!
Community ambassador. The things he's done in every city he's lived in, along with his family, has been great.
It's for three. Yes!
The city, since the day I got here, has welcomed me with open arms. The decision to stay in Philly just came from when I first came in for the meeting.
I think when you look at a guy like Tobias Harris,
He's an unbelievable talent on the court, but you know, for us, the other component to Tobias is, you know, what he's done off the court. You know, Tobias is an interesting story in that, you know, I think this is his 5th NBA team that he's played for. He's only 27 years old, and I think he's been traded 4 times. And it's almost shocking that somebody as talented as he is has been traded 4 times. You know, to see the elation on his face and the happiness on his face, to have his family with him the day that he decided to say yes to us. I think he was relieved. I think he was happy. I can certainly speak on behalf of our organization. We were thrilled.
Honestly, getting Tobias back was probably one of our most exciting things that happened in the offseason. We were so pumped when he joined us originally in the trade. And then when he was here, it became clear very early on just how critical of a piece he was, not only on the court, but also in the locker room. A pure leader. Through and through, good person on and off the court. And that was really exciting to see. And I think those are the kind of people that you want to hold on to. And we were able to hold on to him, and he's now with us on a long-term deal, and that's very exciting.
What's good? Well, I'm gonna need something from you. Okay. Good. Appreciate that, man. Go get it, man.
To have somebody like Tobias Harris as a teammate, you know, he's been great since he's been here. A great leader, great teammate, great person to have, you know, just around the locker room, great spirits, and on the floor also he's been, you know, a tremendous player, a guy who can knock down shots, get to the rim, and somebody who can, you know, take over games.
I mean, first and foremost, just an amazing teammate, you know, A+ human being, incredibly prideful on wanting to get better, wanting to win. His upward trend, his upward mobility to improve has been his sort of trademark over the years. You know, did you make a good investment in rewarding him with the contract that we did? And my answer is unequivocally, quickly, yes.
I remember with Tobias, we walked in here into the court right after, and he just sat down and he was just content and happy. Like, he was like, all right, we're good now. I'm ready. I'm gonna bring a championship to the city. Seeing him in that space, in that peace of mind and feeling good about his decision, that's what gets me excited, because I could tell, like, it's been weighing on him. Obviously, it's a hard decision on where you go, but for me personally, it's exciting to watch a moment and be part of a moment where a player and a person achieves their goal. Family for Tobias, I think, is a really big part of who he is. He has an amazing support system, from, you know, his mom and dad to his siblings, and we knew that ahead of time, and so it played a big role in his day, inviting his family, having them be a part of this. And so seeing it all come together, and then seeing his joy and seeing his parents' joy and his siblings being around, that was amazing. It was just like the cherry on top for us to get that done, and having them be a part of it as well.
So I think free agency is something, especially free agency 2019, is something we've been talking about for well over a year. And it is a really long process, and it does take a lot of effort, not only here on the basketball ops side, but also on the business side. And, you know, we had a team of about 15 people who we sat and we strategized on what were the important things that we needed to figure out in terms of creating a pitch. So, you know, it was not only about figuring out who they were as players on the floor, but it was also about figuring out who they were off of the floor.
We have a great connection of collaboration here. And ultimately, this was about Tobias. What was important to him? What was important to him as a person, as well as a basketball player? The more we found out and dug deeper, the better it was of the connection to Tobias.
It's with those insights that, you know, really helped us tailor our pitches for those who we did pitch. You know, specifically with Tobias, it was really figuring out who he was off of the floor. You know, being in the community, being able to do his charitable work, being able to connect with his family members. And really, you take all that information and you package it up, and we put it into a presentation. the elements within that presentation, you hope you can personalize it and really make it feel special to the player. And I think on July 1st, when we sat with Tobias and presented him with a couple gifts, we showed him a video that was, really touched his heart.
They believe.
Steps back, 3-ball shot in the air. It's good. Tobias Harris reigns in a three.
That's a Philly thing.
And the Sixers go from down.
But with you, Ben, Joe, and all the other guys, the odds have never been better.
Some of the things that we put into those, gifts and into the video really showed him that we spent the time getting to know who he was and how special he was to us. So, those are some of the things in terms of the pitch and, how we kind of got from, June 2018 to July 1st, 2019.
So I had this book, but I never read it. But I don't have hard copy.
There you go.
So this is perfect.
This?
The decision to stay in Philly just came from when I first came in for the meeting. This is awesome. For me, in my decision-making process, I wanted to be somewhere where those goals were realistic. This is awesome. And when I came in for the meeting, all those things were presented in the right way and really just blew me away of this is where I wanted to be and this is where I wanted to go home. All right, so listen, we're here to talk about meditation. Has anybody ever meditated here? No? Okay, that's okay. So I started meditating probably 2 years ago, and then I would say over the last year, it's been a huge focus for me. Not only just to have a peace of mind, but also to be able to focus and lock into a lot of goals that I have in my own life. So every morning that I wake up, I meditate for about 10 minutes, and I just take that time and give it to myself. I take the 10 minutes to really enlighten myself with positive thoughts. I go over the goals that I have, and I just sit there and relax and focus. Today was an amazing day. Just to be able to come back in a hometown and be able to put on a camp for them. It was good to just see the feedback from the kids about the eating, the feedback from them about meditating, for them to just have that experience to do it and maybe be able to use it in different situations for setting goals, for dealing with stress, anxiety, from also dealing with anger that they may have was super important for me. And yoga too, for them to be flexible and also be in a good space there. So just really showing them different elements, showing them an element that I didn't have at a young age. Clap it up, let's go. Clap it up, let's go. Get out of here. Just giving them that type of knowledge and that type of influence, and that's what it's all about.
Tobias has one of the most comprehensive camps I think I've ever seen of any professional athlete. And I think it speaks a lot to who Tobias is as a person. Like, he's so much more than just a basketball player. And he showcased that in his camp, and he's being a role model, not just on the court, but away from the court, and showing kids that it's more than ball handling and shooting. It's about how do you fuel your body? How do you take care of your mind and your soul? And being able to be at his camp for that was truly amazing.
So we're going to compete, we're going to get after it, we're going to have fun.
He feels clearly a responsibility to give back. Like there's a piece of him that he's very mindful of this. It's calculated, it's not by mistake. And you give credit to, for sure, his family, his parents, how he was obviously raised. And then at some point, all of us that have children, they leave the home and the world sort of shapes them. And he's been shaped, by both standards in an incredible way to me.
Great day, y'all. Bring it in.
Tomorrow the last day. Let's see tomorrow, bro.
Tomorrow, Thursday, yeah, last day.
T12 on 3. T12 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
T12. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Hey, nice to meet you. Tobias. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, sir. Excited.
Tobias, what were your first thoughts when you got the 5-year 180? What was your first reaction?
I was ecstatic. I was super excited. This is where I wanted to be. So I wanted to get a deal done here. I wanted to be in this city. I wanted to be with these guys on the team, and hearing in my meeting of just the possibilities of getting these guys was also one of the most appealing things in the pitch.
Whatever opportunity presents itself, I will fulfill those shoes. I'm hyped. I'm ready to go.
You know, it was presented in the meeting. We were excited, and I was happy for myself for where I've gone, and I was really happy for my father too.
I've been in this business, and I look at Tobias, and I didn't really see that many players better than him in the NBA.
Throw it over to Tobias, try to move your hips a little bit.
I see the work Tobias puts in. I see the dedication that he has when it comes to the game of basketball, the preparation he goes about each and every day.
It's been amazing to kind of watch his journey and to know about his journey because he's worked really, really hard. He's said no to a few things because he felt like he can go somewhere and get more and be a bigger piece, and he's been able to get that here, and he's worked really hard for it. I think it speaks to his endurance and longevity, and just more importantly his faith in himself and the process.
And I want y'all to always support my guy. I want y'all to always support my guy.
He just ticks boxes all over the place, from skill perspectives, from human perspectives, from teammate perspective, and there's an upside. So, you know, all those things came to my mind when he agreed to terms with us.
Just to be able to be here up, up there with all the guys, seeing the new faces to the team, and then also seeing how happy everybody is, wanting to get in, play with each other, play together. I'm excited for it. I just can't wait. I mean, it's a blessing to be in this position. Fans got to be ready because we're going to bring that energy every night, just like we know you guys are. And we're excited to bring this city a title.